Alright, coming to you guys with another update on this build, and hasn't changed much, but more has went down, of course. So basically I tried to fit this pump, my 550 pump, into the 440 hull, and I know a lot of people do just put 550 motors in here, which is what I'm going to do, and then they'll put 440 pumps into the 550 hulls. So I just kind of assumed that since the 440 pump would fit close enough to the tunnel in a 550 that it would fit into a tunnel on the 440 hull, but apparently that's not the case, because I went to go fit my pump in and it was rubbing on the sides and it wouldn't align. It needed like 3/4 of an inch of shimming, which was just like way whack to me. So I asked a guy that I know who does a lot of 440 stuff, and he told me that I guess the 550 pumps don't fit into the tunnel of the early 440 hulls because it's actually a little bit smaller. So I asked him if I could just kind of mess with the sides of it, grind out the sides of the tunnel a little bit, grind out the sides of the pump a little bit, and try to shoehorn it in there and make it fit and everything. But he said that you can, but just because you can doesn't mean you should. So he just said that my best bet is to, unfortunately for me, put a 440 pump in it. And this is one of the totally destroyed ones that I got from that mass deal. So I just kind of test fit that. Obviously it fits. So I'm not putting that one in there because it's way too destroyed. So of course things change again. I thought that I had everything I needed. So I got a nice 440 pump coming and maybe a second one, just so I have an extra one, just in case any problems. And I also have a 440 drive shaft and bearing carrier, and the bearing carrier is the same as the 550. The only difference is that the drive shaft is threaded on the end, so instead of the impeller being internal to the pump housing, it's actually threaded onto the drive shaft, and just you shim the pump to fit the drive shaft, which is the major pain. And I'm not really looking forward to all that business, which is why I hate these pumps so much. And the guy that I talked to, who said he would hook or help me out and figure out how to get this pump working correctly. So since the impeller is attached to the drive shaft, the issue is that then all of the torque, instead of being transferred into the tray, which is how the 550 pump works, the 440 pump, since the impeller is attached to the drive shaft, all of that extra torque and force is transferred right here into the drive shaft carrier and the bulkhead. So when that impeller cranks over, and now it's okay with a 440 because it doesn't make enough power to actually do any damage. It's how it was designed to work. But I'm going to be putting my full mod 550 engine in front of it, so with all that extra power, you will actually twist the bulkhead out of the, or you'll twist the bearing carrier out of the bulkhead and just destroy the whole bulkhead. So the remedy for that is these 3 fasteners here. You take them out, and then the next pane, which I'll be going over in depth because this is a whole nother experience for me also, is you need to put a bulkhead brace in there. So you put your 3 fasteners in, and then you need to drill through the hull where the 4 fasteners go through here, go on the bottom, countersink them, and then that braces the bulkhead to the bottom of the hull so that this doesn't have any chance of twisting the bulkhead right out and just completely destroying the hull. So that's the next kind of 440 headache, but I got it all for a decent price, and we're just going to see what we can do. It's just, I guess, more content and more experiences for you guys. I obviously overlooked something here and am definitely going to pay the price for it, but we'll figure it out like anything. I've got other stuff coming too, like another pisser and some shims for the pump, so it'll all get figured out. So I'll see you guys in the next one.